This is Tim from Your Six Studios. Today in this video I'm going to show you how to permanently fix the stick drift on your PlayStation 4 controller, and I'm going to be using this kit I bought off of Amazon called the Techniques kit, and it was about $10. Comes with all the tools I'll be using and it's pretty useful. So the first thing I want to do is take this plastic piece, and then we want to remove the R1 and the L1 button. I already have one removed, so you can just lift up on it, remove it, and then there's 4 screws we will gain access to once we do this. Now this little face cover right here, you can just peel it back from the bottom. So I usually just use my fingernails and I lift it up. It'll come off just like that. Now we have 2 screws down here, and I already have these removed, then 2 at the top. And then once we remove all the screws, these clamps in the middle, this face piece won't come off unless you create some separation here, just like that, so you can see on the sides. Make sure you do that, and then we should be able to just peel the back plate off. It should just lift up. And you can see I have some back paddles on here. This controller is broken at the moment, so this is just my demonstration controller. And there's going to be multiple things we need to unattach. So let's first do the battery, and then remove the battery from right here. This will be connected. Then there's going to be 1 screw in the middle here we want to go ahead and remove. And then we got 5 ribbon cables. So we have 1 here, here, and then on top we have this blue one. So we got the 2 on the sides. Those are already completely removed and detached from my controller. And then we got the 2 on the bottom. So we got 1 right here that we took off with the battery plate. And this is probably going to fall out on you. That's how it looks in there. So you can take a good look. A lot of times this black cover on the orange part will come off. I just fold it over and push it down. And then you got 1 right here on the bottom, so 5 total. And this piece will probably come out on you. It just feeds through right here. And then it'll rest across. You can see where it's supposed to be slotted. And just be careful, this little orange piece is very delicate, but you can just feed it through right here later on. You can kind of see where it feeds through. And this is actually broken for me, so it's not the entire piece. Alright, so we got everything removed. You can just press with the thumbsticks, rotate around. This little piece right here will come off on you. It just sits back in there. Just like this. Alright, now we can take off the thumbstick caps. Now if you're doing the right side, this is typically the one you are doing because the right thumb. This is going to be on the left side when you flip it and rotate it around. And you can see this piece already. I'm just going to put this to the side. I'll keep falling off. So let's do this side. And you can see down in here now. So let's zoom on in, get a good view. And what we're going to do is just remove both of these little green pieces. The little boxes, we're going to open those up and then clean the inside. And if you got that little toolkit I have, come with some tweezers, which makes this really easy. So I'm only going to clean one side, so I'm probably going to choose the side right here, but you want to clean both of them. And you can just test your stick. Oh no, it feels fine right now. I don't think I had an issue with that side. And then you can just work your way in with the tweezers and it'll open that little box up. You can see how I did that. It might be a little bit more difficult. That was really easy. I don't think I had it snap all the way down. And this is just kind of my demonstration controller. Try not to bend this piece too far back when you're doing this. So you can just bend it out a little bit, go slow. Try not to bend it all the way completely down. Otherwise that might damage it. So usually about this much is fine. And take a look at how that's in there. The white side is facing the controller stick. And you can see there is a rounded part that is facing up. All right, now let's remove this and get it out of there. And then we can clean the inside. All right. So I'm just gonna remove this from here. I might have to push this down a little bit more so I can get in there. Perfect. And you can kind of see what this looks like now. All right, so I'm gonna put this to the side, and be careful with this because you can see it's delicate. There's a little ridge there. And if we look inside here, this little circle should be completely uninterrupted. You shouldn't see any black marks on there, but if you do, it's a good indication we should probably clean it with some rubbing alcohol. And don't use nail polish remover. You might see something like a clear liquid under your cabinet in the bathroom. That will remove the paint if you got nail polish remover, if you're trying to use that. So you want rubbing alcohol. And I just cleaned my PS4 controller. You can see how dirty that was. So on the PS4 controller, I mean, some of those are like 12 years old. Maybe 15, I don't know. Then I'm just gonna get some rubbing alcohol in here. And then I'm gonna go inside here and just clean this off. Make sure your cotton swab, when you do this, the cotton might get left over inside here. So you might need to be careful and just remove that. Get a good cleaning in here. See, I don't see anything on here, but compared to the PS4, I mean, this is very clean. And then you can do the same thing for this little piece. Just look at it, and then if there's any debris on there, just clean it off. Or if it's sticky, this looks good. Then we can put this back in here. That's actually really good. So you can see how it's in there, and then I'm going to press down a little bit with my finger. And then it's in there more. And then I can go ahead and clamp this down and reattach this. Make sure this is fully closed. So it looks like it's in there pretty good right now. So I'm going to just pinch it together. Yeah, it seems like it's closed. Now do the other side. This feels good. And sometimes you can just spray some compressed air in here. Maybe some of the cotton got left in there, you can just blow that away. Now when you use compressed air, it says do not shake, do not shake. Keep it level when you're spraying. Don't be spraying upside down or any ridiculous thing. Otherwise you're going to get a bunch of moisture that kind of just sits inside there. And that could damage everything. And then you can place your controller back together. So yeah, not too bad. Just warning, this could damage your controller doing this, or it could damage it further. Put your thumbstick cap back on. So you just kind of do this as a last resort before you go and buy a new one. And then this little annoying piece will always fall out on you wherever it went. I'll just sit inside here just like this. And then you can flip it around and you can put together your controller once again. So you got these 5 ribbon cables, one here, 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 and then when you finally place this back on. So hopefully this quick little video did indeed help you out. If it did, leave it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below for more tech up videos coming up next on Your 6 Studios.